Give me a playoff team this year that will bottom out next season, Geoff.
Okay, well, I mean, look, the easy answer here is the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, look, this team, they got on a roll at the right time this year, but they also, when you look at their overall schedule, I mean, Stafford, banged up quarterback. They had bad losses. They got smoked by Arizona at one point. They got smoked by the Tennessee Titans. I mean, I just don't see this team as someone who's, going to improve on what they had this year. And now that, Odell Beckham clearly not going to be healthy to start the year. And was he even coming back anyways? The Los Angeles Rams are ripe for just a massive, massive regression next year. They're not going to be able to add anyone because they've already spent all their draft picks, all their cash, all that good stuff. We don't even know the retirement statuses of Aaron Donald and Sean McVay. If they do come back, I mean, these guys are literally talking about retiring. What kind of state of mind does someone who's like on the edge of retiring going to come back for a year? It could just be a complete disaster, quite frankly. And as I mentioned, they're in a really tough division still. The Cardinals, I'm sure, will get things together. They're going to be competitive. And the 49ers, as we know, they're right up there with Green Bay in terms of, assuming Aaron Rodgers is back, with the top two teams in the NFC. So I see nothing but a bleak forecast for the Rams next year. They got their Super Bowl. They pushed their chips in. But it's time to pay the piper, and that's going to start next year.
Yeah, several starters and key contributors pending free agents. No first-round draft picks. Immediate help probably not coming. Pierce, where are you going?
It's also going to be the Rams for me. These teams, they're not spring chickens. They're getting old. Stafford is getting up there in years. Cooper Kupp, when you have that much volume in one season, there's going to be – obviously there's going to be regression, but you would expect that as much action as he received last season, he's going to be worn down a little bit. Maybe he'll be fine, but really it's just Stafford and Kupp. What else do they have on that offense? As Geoff mentioned, the division's pretty good. When the Cardinals are healthy, they're the best team in that division. San Francisco is going to continue to go and just get better. And then he doesn't even mention his MVP pick, Russell Wilson. If Russell Wilson is allowed to cook and stays in Seattle, they're going to be a serious threat in that division. So you've got a Rams team that was inconsistent, facing three solid teams. I don't see it happening. To throw another pick out there, I know people are thinking this is just year 1 or 2 of the Bengals' rise. You might want to pump the brakes on that one a little bit. When the Ravens get their running backs back, when they get their defense healthy again, they're going to be a formidable opponent. And Pittsburgh's not going to stink year in, year out. The Steelers have been good for the last 30 years. They're going to be a tough opponent as well. And the Browns are just a quarterback away from also being strong in the AFC North. I think we are way too quick to anoint Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. It's not like they had the greatest winning percentage in the regular season to begin with. And I think they're going to have a harder route next year, especially when they get a tougher schedule.
Here's the thing about the Bengals, though. We mentioned the division. And, again, Pittsburgh, no quarterback.
Yep.
I hear people calling for this Ravens bounce back and their great value for the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. Are they going to get a bunch of people in the secondary? Maybe if they sign some people, sure. And then you've got the Browns, who, they're the Browns. So I think the Bengals, I can see what Pearce is saying, maybe if they don't address their offensive line, but they have a much easier path to the division than the Rams do.
Yeah, right, because that young core is in place, Geoff, not to mention about $60 million in cap space to shore up all those weak spots on the roster.